Hi, good to see you here. I bet you clicked on this video because you want to know what are the 2 things you're finally ready to receive. And see how clumsy I am? I did not even start the candle, but we're gonna do it together. Maybe it's a sign that you can think of a wish right now. I mean, there are some things already coming your way, but you can think of some wish that you have right now, and let's light this candle as an offering. I'm also gonna think about a wish. All right. So as it's burning, I hope that we all receive the desires that we're having. So okay, let's find out what are the 2 things that you are finally ready to receive. I'm also very curious. I'm gonna be using these cards. I laid them out in front of me, and I'm gonna be shuffling in front of you. I'll just shuffle all of them in the beginning, and then we're gonna look at the cards to find out. I can do some introduction while I'm shuffling. How are you doing? Or maybe you want to take a guess in the comment what you think is coming your way, and like if you get it right, plus 10 points. Plus 10 manifestation points. Like, you know when you have that Chinese credit score? Yeah, you're gonna get your social credit up, but like in the manifestation realm. I'm guessing this one because it flipped itself. And now one of these. It's gonna be messy. All right, entertain the viewer. So should I? Oh, what the frick? That was fast. Did you see? You saw because you're here. And you're probably looking. All right. So for now you got trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. That's interesting. What are you ready to receive? 2 things that you are finally ready to receive. I am not gonna start interpreting the cards until I have all of them. These are some tarot, so now we're gonna take some tarot other than just the oracles. Okay, this card really wants to get out. It was clumsy. And these, okay. And now maybe one of these, universe. If you like want to give us one card of these would also be cool. What is my viewer, plural viewers, what are they ready to receive? 2 things. Okay. So let's start, and I'm sorry for, 2 cards. I'm sorry for this, like, light thingy. This says the light. The frequency of the light supports our capacity to create and experience feelings of intense joy and happiness. The more delight we feel, the more delight we evoke in others. And also discernment. Wow, we got 19 and 20. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment, yet with compassion and wisdom. Then the tarot. Let's put it that way. The tarot, you've got the 6 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, wow, and the Fool. Okay, I love this for you. So if there's a big blob of light here and you cannot see the cards, I apologize. The setting is just... And then you have trust the timing. Time is not running out. Okay, that's already interesting with the 8 of Wands. And this card, it says like, according to the rules, along with the rules. I'm not sure how to translate it. I will look at the book for that because I'm like a little bit on the fence. Wow, but this is great. So, I'm gonna get more specific as we're going, okay, by the way, like if you're curious, like if the message starts vague, it's gonna be starting vague, and then we're gonna be building up as I go. So I already see that what you're getting, first of all, it's movement, okay? You're gonna get a lot of movement, probably quite fast-paced. Wow, yeah, a lot of things are gonna feel like there's excitement. There's a journey to go on and embark on. There's stimuli. I already said excitement, didn't I? There is that joy, obviously, that says delight. What I'm getting from these cards is a lot of positivity. Okay, that's for sure what is coming your way. But the Eight of Wands symbolizes a lot of quick movement. I don't know if you've been feeling any sort of stagnation. I'm not sure if you can go from like the energy of pure total stagnation towards this. I mean, everything's possible, so of course you can. However you're feeling right now, if it's like no movement whatsoever, or just like, slowly building up the pace, that's about to be turned upside down for you. Like you're embarking on something very, very quickly. And I don't know, it says like, trust the timing. Time is not running out. I wonder if like you've been feeling like, when is the movement gonna happen? You know what I already want to tell you? Like the advice that I have that's coming from the cards is that if you keep focusing on like no movement and stagnation, you might not even notice the amount of movement that is surrounding you right now. And that might seem like counterintuitive, because if there's movement in the outside world and things hitting you at once, obviously you're gonna notice that, right? But like your perception, the way your perception is like this funnel, this filter, and how you filter reality, obviously, if there's a lot of movement, it might still hit you, but if you're focusing on stagnation, you might feel like there's actually less going on and you might feel less excitement. So definitely these cards are suggesting for you that like, bro, chill, okay? Like, you are where you're supposed to be. Sometimes it's hard to accept, I know, when we feel like we haven't done enough, but trust the wave you came in on. There is some wave of energy that brought you here, and like, in order for the wave to come to the shore, it had to start somewhere further in the ocean or in the sea. And that's the same for you. You started way before, and only now you're gonna see the culmination. And the fact that you haven't seen the culmination or like this fast movement maybe up until now doesn't mean it's like it is happening, okay? So probably that's like the first thing that's happening for you that you're finally ready for, is a lot of movement and a lot of very positive change. The one that you've been kind of waiting for. Six of Wands is that kind of recognition of victory. So finally, I even feel like it's just you recognizing yourself. Like, because in order for this person to go on the horse and allow themselves to be decorated in all these like laurel, is it called? Like these beautiful leaves, they need to allow it. Like they need to feel, okay, I'm worthy enough. I belong here. So it's not even like the outside world kind of recognition. It can be obviously always with the Six of Wands, because that's what it talks about. But it's just you recognize like, hey, I'm finally here. Because sometimes it's like that when your perception is so focused on like, I'm still not there. It's like that before you're... That's making no sense, but like... It's gonna be very sudden and weird, but you're gonna feel like I actually am there. And there's the Fool. There's such readiness for you to just jump into what excites you and what you actually like and what really lights you up. Or maybe it talks for some of you about a travel, about a journey. You might be having a holiday, vacation, or maybe like it's a business trip. We have 2 times the suit of Wands, which is very much connected to creativity and passion. So there might be some sort of a journey or trip that you're taking that's related to your creative or passionate side. So there might be actual change of location for you, like movement, not only in, let's say, some sort of a project or business venture, but also in your physical reality. You might be just going somewhere. You have this island, it might be like an island or it might be a desert. Like, yeah. So if you've been thinking about vacation that might be coming your way, this change of location, but like since it's a general broad reading, definitely movement and change, very positive. Don't worry, like very positive change is coming. That's the first thing, right? And second thing, I feel, wait, let's read the discernment again. The frequency of discernment supports our ability to view the world and the people around us from a place of inner balance and detachment. I'm not really getting that, because like discernment means that you that you know, you're discerning. What does it have to do with detachment, dear card? Let me meditate on it, please, and you entertain yourself in the meantime. Alright, my beautiful viewer, I read the book on this card, but I don't vibe with their description. Because it was like, do you communicate clearly? How do you see the world? I really feel like what this card means for you is that your discernment up until now brought you here. Like, this is what brought you this 8 of Wands, full 6 of Wands energy. Also, please know that like the Fool here is a positive connotation, has a positive connotation. It means like someone that's brave, okay? So that's what I meant. It means that your discernment up until now, you knew what to do with your time, with your actions, who to trust, who to not trust, what to say, what to not say, and this is bringing you this. I also gotta look at this card because I don't really get it. Alright, I moved the cards a bit because also I saw on the camera that you were not able to see them properly, and I'm sorry. As I'm learning with like how much space I have here, it will be improving. It's just the second video, but thank you for your patience and understanding, obviously. So this card is, in the English version, it's properly called By the Book. And basically it's talking about doing things according to like some societal rules that were already set up. The gist of this card, just very quickly, it means like you don't always have to pave your path. You can sometimes follow in the footsteps of those that came before you and already paved many other paths, and you can just like take what works for you. I feel like maybe this is why we have it so close to the discernment card, since there's something about how you see the world and people. So you might be taking little bits. Yeah, sorry, train of thought just got canceled. That happens with me. But I want to say like this is not necessarily like the blessing that's coming your way, because the blessing was that movement that we already talked about, and it's very much satisfaction and happiness with where you are and like with your achievements up until this point. So these are those two things that you're finally ready to receive and that are very shortly coming your way. But like other than that, there's advice coming from the cards and there's some additional extra energy. So first of all was with this card, trust the timing, like for you to be put a bit more at peace. If this reading has such a power, I don't know if a video on the internet has this power, but if it could, it's really telling you you can be calm with where you are right now and how far you've come, because it's the perfect spot for you to soon be where you want to be. And then like the last maybe piece of advice that those cards are having is that there's both people that came before you and already did things a specific way, maybe even in your creative projects, your niche, your business, just in life in general, like that people get married by a certain age, people go to work by a certain age, they do this, they do that. Like there have been generations that already showed us, which is both good and bad. And then this discernment says, look, you can do both. You can both look at what has been done already and pave your own path. The Fool is very much about paving your own path. It's like embarking on a journey that's built by you on your own rules. So I think these cards are really asking you to take as much as you can from tradition or the ways things have been done up until today, but don't be afraid to add your own little flavor to it, because that's why you are alive. That's why you're here. If the world didn't need your specific personal flavor, it wouldn't have you, but it is having you, and it's a blessing for all of us that it's having you. So the cards are saying you don't have to do everything by your own. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. Some things have been done and you can take inspiration. But if you feel like some things are not resonating with you, trust that. Trust that, because this card is saying this is going to take you places. That's why you have a mind of your own, because it has those beautiful creative ideas. You really have a lot of creativity and brightness in those cards. So definitely that's what's coming to you very soon. And so yeah, we had even more messages than just those two things. And I think that's all. Well, thank you so much for giving me your time, spending it with me. It was amazing. And well, I will see you in the next video, because I'm sure you'll come back, because we love each other and we're secret lovers. Okay, so bye. Thank you.